going on, people? Welcome back to the Baby Father podcast for a brand new episode. First things first, I want to big up to everyone who's been following, sharing, and been supporting the Baby Fathers. I want to say a very thank you, and we do appreciate it. All right. I'm your host today. I go by the name of DJ Ridler, and I'm from Live Links. And today I have a special guest with me, and he goes by the name of Anton. How you doing, Anton?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good. You?
Not too bad, sir. Not too bad. First things first, right? I want to say thank you very much for coming down.
That's good, man.
Because you've come from a long way.
yeah, West Yorkshire.
All right. So how long you been on the motorway for trying to get down there today?
Since 6 o'clock in the morning, so about 6 hours.
So it took you 6 hours to get down there.
Yeah, I took a little somewhere. I went somewhere else first.
Okay,
then, yeah,
a little small diversion.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. So you're a father.
Yeah.
You reached out to us,
Mhm.
telling us that you had a story, what you wanted to obviously share with other fathers, right?
Yeah.
And your story obviously seems like it's another deep story,
Mhm.
once again coming from another father who's coming on their baby fathers. And I just said, you know what? Let's just get into it from now, yeah?
Yeah.
So just to let everybody kind of know, how many kids do you have?
Just the one.
The one, right? And how old is your little one?
She's 8 now.
She's 8 now.
Mm.
And what was the situation of you and the mother?
Now or
Well,
previously?
Previously. what craziness? How did it even start? Like, when did your troubles start?
I'm gonna have to start at the start, literally, basically. So when I was 16, I'm 32 now.
Okay.
When I was a young boy, 16, I was on the road and all that. And I got into a lot of trouble and ended up going to jail
Okay.
for a long time. So I got 6 years. Well, I did 6 years basically. So from 16 to like 21, 22, I was in jail. Now, while in jail, I met my kid's mum, who was a prison officer.
Hold on. So
yeah.
you're naughty boy. Hold on.
Yeah.
So the mother of your child
Mm.
was the lady you met in jail. She was a officer, a police.
Yeah. So she was my personal officer. Like,
All right. I want to kind of get into that little story there then.
Yeah.
How did that even come a thing inside jail?
So I was on the YOs then, so young offenders. So I was about 18, 19 at the time. And it was a bit weird. Like, even though I was in jail and I'd obviously done bad things, like I weren't really like a criminal. I weren't like hardcore criminal doing loads of madness. I just had a little patch where I just went off the rails, like from personal things with like my dad and stuff like that.
We can get into that later.
Yeah. So I kind of went off the rails on that anyway. And so I didn't really mix too much with everyone else on the wing. You get what I'm saying? And so like, I used to speak to the officers now and again. You just come out on association and you're just chilling and you're speaking to the officers. Like, obviously, as a lad, you're going to speak to the women as much as possible, and you're going to just a little innocent flirting.
Was that because is it for female attention you're getting? Is it like a female attention because there's so much guys in there?
Yeah.
Is the female attention with the flirt?
It's a mixture, but it's a mixture because at the end of the day, they are human, innit? So they are just normal people that's in there doing a job. Yeah. So like when you hold conversation with some of them, not all of them, same as the police, innit? Like some of them are all right, and some of them are not. So you can hold conversation with them, like, you know, normal, general conversation. Like, this person knows everything about you, innit? Yeah. So there's nothing to hide. You're talking about situations, what's going on, what's happening on the outside. Yeah. All of that. And you just get to speak, innit? And obviously they get to like you as in, oh yeah, he's cool. Yeah, he's trying to change and all that. And you're just talking and the things are flowing. And then it just becomes a thing. Like, you're seeing this person every day for like 6, 7 hours on ends. Yeah. Out, like from their shift start till it ends, innit? Like you're seeing them all the time. You're speaking to them, all of them. But in all fairness, in this particular jail, what happened with my situation was quite rife. Okay. Like, there was a good 4 or 5 people that got caught doing it. So yeah.
So was this like a thing inside jail at the time where ladies were sleeping with the inmates?
It was, yeah, but in my situation it wasn't, because I didn't know about other ones until afterwards. Yeah. So like, as my thing started happening, I started hearing like people were saying, oh, because I was speaking to her on that level, she's telling me like, oh, boom, such and such is doing this, such and such is doing this, and then people were getting caught, and it was going in the papers and stuff like that. So it was becoming quite a serious thing. Yeah. So, it was quite, it's not like mad common. I just don't know what was going on in that jail. Yeah. That kind of area, the women were just on
and was she older than you?
Yeah, so Only about 3-4 years. But obviously at that age, 3-4 years is quite a big difference.
So so then how did feelings come about? How did you know she was on it? Like, how did you know, like, because I'm trying to get my head around this.
Yeah. So
like, how do you know like she's on it or she knows you're on it?
I guess like, so obviously we're talking.
What kind of talk? Just general talk?
General talk.
Okay.
Like, I'm not even trying to do anything at these times.
Yeah.
I'm on a hefty sentence. Yeah. I'm on a sentence where, like, if I slip up, I'm not getting out.
Yeah.
I'm on like some life sentence type thing. So I never had a release date.
Okay.
So I ain't really trying to mess about. I'm trying to just keep my head down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, what was I saying now? Yeah. So the first time it came about is she approached me. So she slipped me a letter under my door and was like, boom, I got feelings for you.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, because at the time when we're talking, she's married. Yeah, so she's married. So we're talking. She's engaged when we first start talking. Then she goes away and gets married. And like after 2-3 weeks of being married, I noticed that the ring was gone.
Yeah.
So obviously we're talking about, I was like, what happened? Where's your ring gone? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And obviously that's when it started. And the sign should have started from there because she said that her husband just left.
After 3 weeks?
Yeah. So they got married, come off the honeymoon, and then
he bounced.
He just dipped. And I was like, oh, how come? He's like, I don't know. I was like, okay. I'm really interested anyway. So yeah, so that's how it started. She slipped me a letter under my door. I was like, look, I got feelings for you. I know they're wrong, but you know, I'm getting a vibe. You know, what are you kind of saying? Listen, I'm in jail. I'm a man.
Yeah.
I'm saying, yeah, cool.
Run it.
I like you too. Like, yeah, because we were getting on. Like, she's my personal officer. She's meant to be there to like help me rehabilitate and get me on these sort of courses and blah, 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 blah. But these times I'm on the wing all day as well because I've got a job on the wing. Yeah. So I'm not going off to like, you have like education and stuff. Like, I've done all that. I'm on the wing as a cleaner and that. So we're seeing each other all the time and talking and so yeah, so she put that letter to me. I was like, right. So wrote back, slid it under the door. Yeah. She came on, got the letter and that. And then that's how it started, back and forth with the letters. And then once I kind of got, not her trust, but yeah, trust, I guess, innit? Yeah. But I said I got a phone. I had a phone in jail, innit? Okay. So then we're starting talking on the phone.
So you was WhatsApping each other?
Like, I don't even think WhatsApp was a thing then.
Okay. Yeah. Just text or
just texting, innit? And like the odd call to the point where she even like, she gave me her number and I put it on a prison phone under a fake name. So like, because I weren't really talking to too many people. Yeah. But like when she was off work and that, we were talking on the prison phone and that, like under a secret name. So like it was all mad. For me, the whole situation is mad anyway.
It is.
I'm 16 in jail. Yeah. Like, obviously I'm 18, 19 at the time, but the whole thing's just all new to me.
It's crazy.
Never been in a relationship.
Also as well, I'm going to just put it out there. Yeah. Like any man who's inside jail and he ain't busting nut for how long, like obviously he start thinking, oh, okay, well, I've got something here.
Yeah. It was exactly like that. Not just like that, I'm not even going to lie. I thought.
You was in love?
Not even, I suppose, I guess. I didn't know what love was, but I was thinking, I'm liking this, innit? Yeah, like, I'm liking her. She's cool.
Was you lot having sex inside jail then?
Nah, there was like everything else but kind of thing.
Okay, like, so just touching each other from time to time.
When you could, because obviously other officers were there, innit?
Yeah.
Like, other prisoners were there. Like, I weren't the only one on the wing. She weren't the only one on the wing. So it weren't like, other ones were.
Okay, so other ones were getting busy.
Yeah, like, listen, it was mad. Like, there was one got caught, like, she had keys on a night shift and that. She was going into the cell. Wow. And like, people got wind of it and they filmed it. Like, put a camera in his cell without him knowing, caught her going in and stuff. Like, it was mad. It's like a series. Like,
so she was releasing his stress for him, but then she got the stress on her head after when she came out.
She lost her job. Her husband was working there as well. So she, this is the other person.
But this is what's kind of crazy because these ladies who are doing this, are married. Yeah. And they're coming in, messing around with the inmates. Yeah. And
career done.
Yeah. So if you're married, why would you want to be doing these kind of things? And are they not happy at home? Are they just taking advantage of the inmates inside?
I think it's a mixture, innit? I think obviously they might have stuff going on at home, but I think it's that bad boy thing, innit?
They want a bad boy.
That
it's a bag of bad boys in jail.
Yeah, and I think it's that like. It's a thing, innit? How a bad boy. It's like it is a thing on social media, innit? Like girls want a bad boy. Before I come out, she left the job, innit? She left the job.
Okay.
and then told the prison that she wanted to come see me.
Okay.
Yeah, but obviously that was a no-no because it was security. So I got moved out of the jail, and then I went to another jail, but then she could come and see me.
All right.
So she was coming to see me, and then so she was coming to see me on a regular, getting to know each other even more. So yeah, so fast forward, like I don't even know, like maybe a year or two of doing that.
Yeah.
I eventually got out after doing like an extra year, and I think that was because of that situation.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I think that didn't help at all.
So they actually found out inside jail.
Yeah, because she rang up the jail. Was like, "Oh, can I come and see him?" Rang up her old workplace.
Yeah.
Ready to come in against like her old colleagues,
yeah,
other inmates, and wanted to see me. I'm like, yeah, because for me in jail, that's like,
yeah,
yeah. But obviously, for the work people, like, no, you're mad.
So they gave you an extra year for that. What
they didn't say it was that, but it was for that.
You knew it was.
I knew it was for that. Like they just rejected my parole. I'd behaved.
Done everything what was on the books.
Everything, and they're just like, no, not coming out. So yeah, fast forward, I come out. Went straight into a hostel. Like these times, I was banned from going back to my area.
Okay.
So I couldn't go to my mum's.
Yeah.
And I couldn't go back to my old town and stuff. So I was in this new town, only like 20 minutes down the road. But she'd already set up shop there. She'd got a new place and that. She was there.
Okay.
Ready for me to come out, basically, because we're making plans, and so come out, we're gonna move in together and all this. Bear in mind, I'm still like a kid, innit? Really?
Yeah.
I'm 21, but like, come on,
still young-minded.
I'm still young-minded. I've never lived on my own apart from jail. Then she started like self-harming, which again new to me. The only thing I know about self-harming is like in jail, where like some people couldn't take it, and like they were self-harming, some for attention, some for being serious. That's the only self-harming I knew. And I clocked that she had marks on her arm from previous self-harming, which she didn't tell me about, but then she did tell me about afterwards and said like when she was young, she did self-harm and that. So it's a thing from her past, isn't it? So yeah, this is all new to me. So like if I wanted to go out, say for instance, and see a friend, like say I'm going out on a night out, like I ain't been on a night out before. So yeah, I'm going out, and should self-harm to keep me there. She started calling me, ringing me, crying. Oh, I've cut myself, rare. So like, I'd have to go back.
So how did you deal with that though when she was doing things like that? Because that's all new to you, right? Seeing someone self-harming themselves.
I just used to like feel sorry for her, which she knew, innit? So that was the whole point. It was she wasn't trying to kill herself because she's doing it in weird places, innit? Like just whatever. So I still didn't understand it really, and she's telling me like loads of stuff about her past and that, and I'm just like sympathetic. I'm like, oh, I'm thinking that she's a vulnerable person, isn't it?
Of course.
And anyway, 6 months after being out, she fell pregnant.
Whoa.
Yeah. So 6 months after me being like, and it wasn't like obviously we weren't trying, but we weren't being safe, innit?
Of course.
I weren't being safe.
Yeah.
All I know, she was being safe, but I wasn't, innit?
And did she tell you that she was on a pill and everything?
Yeah, all of that. So you like, oh, okay, whatever. And I think she just realized obviously it's breaking down. I'm gonna lose him. Like I said, not being rude, but like we weren't a match, innit? That me and her wouldn't have been. You know what I'm saying? So she's thinking, I'm trying to keep this man. Yeah. And she knows I'm a good guy. I'm despite my past, she knows me, innit? She's read my file. She knows these times she's already, while I was inside, she was going to meet my mum and stuff, see my family and stuff like that. She was getting, it was that deep. So she knows me. She knows I'm a good guy. I just got into a bit of shit. Sorry.
That's
I'm
fine.
a bit of trouble. So now, like, just briefly, like my upbringing with my dad at the beginning was good, and then it just broke apart. So I've always been in the mindset like when I have a kid, I'm there.
So when did your dad came out of your life?
So my mum and dad split when I was 2, when I was living in Birmingham, and then he was still around when we still lived in Birmingham. We left Birmingham because my mum met a new partner who was abusive. So he used to slap her up and hit me and that as well.
And you witnessed all this stuff?
Yeah, and I used to go through it as well. Like he used to hit me and stuff as well, but my dad didn't know. So it was all a big secret.
But did your mum tell not to tell your dad, or was it you didn't want to tell him?
I can't even remember too tough really, because like I was young and I was like 5, 6, 7.
And how long was that going for? How many years was that?
3 years, man.
3 years.
Yeah, but we was like my mum would run away and she'd go to like some safe place. I can't remember what they're called.
A refuge.
Like a refuge thing.
Yeah, was it only for ladies?
Yeah, going through it. And then she went back. And then she left again. And then like the third time, then she left. And we like moved away to a new area, innit? And all that. We went into like some safe place there, some hostel, and then they gave us a flat, and then we moved into a house on an estate and all that.
How did you deal with that?
Oh yeah, so I couldn't deal with it. I didn't know how to deal with it. I was just there, like going through it and just dealing with it as it happened. Yeah. So I was like just caring, innit? I'm a caring guy.
And how did you feel when you couldn't help your mum when the partner?
Oh, my mum, yeah, boy, that's traumatic, innit? Like that's something that that stay with me forever. Like my mum's gone through hell with it now. She's still dealing with it now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that's something that it's messed her head up. I messed mine up as well. Like it's made me like. I think like when you witness stuff like that, you either go one or the other way. I think you carry on that trend of hitting women and being violent to him, or you go the complete opposite way. Yeah. Now for me, I went the complete opposite way, and she knew that, innit? Like she knew that I weren't gonna do that. She knew that I wanted to be a good dad. My dad's never really spoke bad about my mum, you know.
And I think fathers usually don't ever speak bad. Sometimes it can happen where the mum's always cussing off the dad.
And that's what happened, yeah.
But 90% of the time, fathers don't really say anything bad about the mum.
Nah, that's what I grew up with. I grew up with my mum cussing at my dad, and my dad never really saying anything. Yeah. Never really saying anything. Like I said, he was around until like, I think for me, when we moved to the new place, it was an estate, grew up around drug dealer badness. Yeah. And when I used to go to my dad's, it was the complete opposite. Like homeowner. Like every family would just, you know what I mean? Like of course. It was the stable bit of my life. Yeah. Whereas this bit wasn't at home. So.
Do you think like your life actually turned kind of crazy then? Obviously you said you went jail when you were 16. You lived in an area where there was a lot of drugs around. Yeah. So you was exposed to this at a young age.
100%. Like I didn't know, right? So the area that we moved to, like my mum's got a new boyfriend at this point now, and he's like known.
Was he another roadman, or was he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
so your mum likes bad boys then?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Like he was. But listen, he was. I wouldn't say he was a good role model, despite that, innit?
Yeah. But you can get them though.
Yeah,
you can be a bad boy.
Yeah.
But they can still be a good person.
He didn't expose me to any of that really. He brought me up. Like he did my dad's job, innit?
Okay.
Like, proper. Like he put money in our pockets. Yeah. All of that. So. I got nothing but respect for him. Wicked. Until this day. So the positive part of my life as well. But at the same time, because he was on badness and whatnot, I was around the other people that are, you know.
Yeah.
So I was exposed to it massive. I didn't know about uni. Didn't want to get a job. I'm just seeing these people. They're not working.
They're making mad money.
And they're making mad money. And they're just out from, they get up till they go to bed. And it's that was all I knew. I didn't want to. At school, I was misbehaving, didn't want to be there. I just wanted to be on the street, basically. And my mum was strict as much as she could be, to the point where, you know, it got to the point where I was just weren't listening.
So did your dad, did your mum communicate with your dad to say that she finds that she's kind of worried that you're coming off track? Yeah.
A little bit. Like, my dad tried talking to me, but my dad's not around really. Like he lives 45 minutes away. He's got his own things going on. Like he couldn't really say much.
Then kind of going to try and move a bit forward now. With she's pregnant.
Yeah.
The child is on its way.
Yeah.
You're not there for her. You don't want to be with her no more, but you want to be there for the child. Yeah. What then happened from then?
So I'm still there. I'm still like at the house. So I'm just doing whatever. And she's doing whatever. Now. I can't remember how it came about. I think she was sending me a picture on WhatsApp or something, or I was trying to get a picture of her. But I found out on her phone she was messaging another guy that was on the same wing as me. So like, she's messaging an ex-prisoner, that was in the same prison. Like I knew him. Like we were on the same kind of thing. And she's messaging him. But not only is she messaging him, she's heavily pregnant, sending pictures to him, like in her bra and panty. Yeah, big belly, pregnant. Yeah. So I'm like, right. I'm just like, what? Like
what's going on?
What's going on? And then she's like, oh wow, you know, we're not together. But that, like, listen. First of all, fair enough, not together, but go and do your thing, whatever. But you're doing it with an ex-prisoner again. Like, I'm thinking that I'm the first and only person that she's ever done this with.
So she's been sleeping, or she's been chatting to more than one person.
So there was two of them in the phone. So there was one that she was sending pictures, and there was another guy that she was just messaging, who again was on the same wing.
Yeah, so she's running 3 men at once, then,
basically,
including yourself,
including myself. Yeah, all people that she's had under her control, basically.
Yeah,
innit?
yeah,
Do you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
So
When she's sending pictures of herself being pregnant
yeah,
and all sorts.
yeah.
Wait, is she trying to tell them that's their
don't
child,
know.
or
Nah,
because how's the next man going to entertain another woman? She's pregnant for another man.
This is what kind of fruity things man are on. I guess some people. It's like, I don't even remember the messages. I only remember the pictures.
Yeah,
and like I still got them on a paperwork because I printed them off for court.
Yeah.
But I can't remember the conversation. The pictures just stuck in my head.
Of course.
And I was like, and anyway, she tried to justify it. I don't know. I don't think she couldn't have justified it, but she said what she said, and then things moved on. And obviously, my daughter was born. Now, when my daughter was born, this is something that I got reminded about because I was saying to you earlier that my memory's like, because there's so much going on, like it's just a blur basically. But the crisis team were involved. So when my daughter was born, I had all these doctors come out and that, and were like asking me questions about my kid's mom and stuff like that, and just like, cause obviously there must have been more to her self-harming history that I didn't know about, and I still don't know about, to be completely honest with you. But yeah, they came out anyway. Everything was blessed. My daughter was born. At this point, to be fair, I was already speaking to someone else as well anyway.
Yeah.
It's sad to say, but like the pregnancy and the birth, wasn't as joyful as it should have been. As a dad, I wasn't like, wow, like my daughter.
Was you there at the birth?
I was there, yeah.
Okay,
I was there. Like I say, I'd met someone I'd met someone, but they lived far away, so we were just speaking at the time, before my daughter was born. And then we met up, like, I don't know, say like my daughter was like 9 months to 1, something like that anyway. And she used to travel down to see me, and I used to travel up to see her. So like the things are moving. Like my kid's mum knew this but didn't know this sort of thing. Like, and then basically I introduced my missus to my daughter. Yeah, because I thought it was at that stage. I never told my kid's mum, wrongfully or rightfully so, or whatever. Like, because I knew what was going to happen. Yeah, like. During all this, she'd already threatened to stop me from seeing my daughter. Okay. She was like, if you bring any other woman around my child, I'm stopping contact.
So she told you that up front?
She told me that, before. Like, yeah, so she told me that, like, when I'd moved out, basically, innit? Yeah. Got it in text and everything, so.
How soon did you make your partner meet your child?
It was a while later, if I'm honest. Like, it was, I want to say, like, nearly a year. Okay. I guess. Yeah. Because she weren't ready. This time, my girl was like, she's 3 years younger than me. Yeah. So she was like fresh out of uni and all that. She weren't ready for and she didn't know about my past either. Yeah. Which didn't really matter, but you know, so she weren't ready, and I introduced them by accident. Yeah. Because I don't know whether her mom was late picking her up and she was coming around and my daughter was there and it was like boom, or if I had her on a day that I shouldn't have, something like that. It was just an accident. I had my daughter and my girl's still there. And when my girl's mom came to pick her up, her car's outside. So she's like, oh, whose car's that? And I'm just like, oh, the neighbours. Because I don't want no drama. I don't want no drama. She's like, no, it's not. I was like, it's the neighbours, man. She's like, oh, no, it's not. Because my dad said you pulled up in a car similar. Yeah. And I was like, okay, whatever. I said, listen, it's the neighbours, isn't it? And she got my daughter, got in the car, and drove off. Yeah. So I'm sat down, and like I just see my kid's mum just zoom past my window on foot, past my kitchen window. Like, right, jumped up. She's come through my front door, through the lounge door, and started kicking off. I knew someone was in there. Boom, boom, boom. Like she's not small either. Like, she's built, like she does all that tactical thing. Of course she would. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, like, dismantle man them different. Exactly. So she's barged through the door on an absolute crazy one. I've jumped up, grabbed her. Like she's going to get trying for my missus, isn't it? Yeah. These times my kid's in the car, my daughter's in the car still. So I've like not wrestling, but like fighting with her, like get out, so I pushed her. She's fell on her ass outside the front door. I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, you know, neighbours are out here now and all that. I'm just like, oh my God. She's jumped up, said something. I can't remember what she said, but she just jumped in the car and zoomed off. And that was the beginning of me not seeing my daughter. So the next day, I'm ringing her to have my daughter. 'Cause like I said, at this point, I've still not had my daughter.
Yeah.
3-4 days pass. I get a letter. No, I get a man, not my daughter. Man, not my daughter. Answer the door. Are you answering? Blah blah blah. Yeah. Boom. Serve me with this thing, and I didn't know what it was at the time, but it was a non-molestation order saying that I couldn't go to her house anymore and all of that.
Like an injunction.
Yes, yeah, basically saying I can't have no contact with her, don't message her, don't ring her family, don't do nothing, don't do anything, or you're in trouble.
So that was in a few days of that situation happen.
Days, like it was ASAP.
Yeah,
ASAP, like quick. Like wow. Then I got a letter for a prohibited steps order, and this basically, I don't know the ins and outs, but it basically takes away your parental right. So like I couldn't just go to my daughter's nursery and take her or anything like that.
Yeah.
So like these, I'm still young, you know.
Yeah.
This is all new to me. Like the whole situation, everything. This has all happened within like a year of being out, or 2 years of being out, something like that.
So she kind of knows the law pretty well then, for the cause that she was dealing with it straight away.
Like she'd had a kid before, something like she must have had friends, whatever. I don't know what. But yeah, ASAP, quick. Then within a week or so, I got a letter from the CSA talking about we want this much money.
Wow.
Started taking like 27% of my wage. Like these times I had a job, but I was just like on minimum, you know, bare minimum.
Yeah.
So like they were just taking money that I never had. Basically,
she's hitting you left, right, and center.
Fast, and at the same time, don't forget I'm not seeing my daughter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like I'm getting all this thrown at me, and not seeing my daughter as well.
Yeah.
So I get a call from my probation. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, probation rang me. That incident where she came to my house, she's rang the police. I said, I've hit her. So probation rang me like, oh, you need to come into the police station. You know, you're being arrested for assault and all this. I'm on license.
Yeah.
So I've gone in. They questioned me. I was like, you know, come on, you know, think about it.
Yeah.
If you think about it, she's come to my house in my name, broke into my house. I've chucked her out and you're arresting me.
Yeah.
So anyway, I got bailed and stuff, but my probation was like, what's going on? You didn't tell me you'd moved out. So like you breached your license.
Yeah.
You're back to jail.
Yeah.
So she's like, I'm panicking now. She's like, I've been lying to my probation for the longest.
Yeah.
I've said that we're together still. I've said that I'm still living there. So I'm having meetings with her like monthly, I think, at this point. And I'm saying,
everything is calm, but it was never.
Yeah. And so then probation's like, my probation, was a nice lady. And I felt bad in it for lying.
Of course.
But at the same time, I was panicked. Because I thought if I called her and say, yo, the relationship's broke down, I've been moved out the house.
Yeah.
She's like, yo, go back to jail.
Yeah.
It's all new to me, isn't it? So I'm just lying my way out of stuff at this point. So anyway, first thing they say is like, first of all, you're going back to a hostel.
Okay.
That's the first thing. Go back to that hostel that you was in until we can decide what's happening with you, because you've breached so many things. Telling the police on my probation I've hit her.
Yeah.
Like on 2 or 3 occasions.
So she's making allegations.
Making allegations that I've hit her. She's saying that I'm a drug dealer. She's saying that something else as well. Like just loads of stuff. Like anything she can say to get me
back in jail.
Get me back. She's trying to get me recalled.
Yeah.
She knows the system.
Yeah.
She knows the system, so she's doing whatever it takes to get me recalled. So while all the court things going on, basically the courts have said you need to prove yourself. So the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to go to supervised contact. I got to see my daughter for the first time after like 3 or 4 months of not seeing her.
Yeah.
She's changed a lot by then.
Yeah,
like she's talking a little bit. And she's looking like scratty, like just
not well looked after.
No, not at all. Like just really, I don't even know. Yeah, so that was hard. That was hard for me because I was surrounded by potentially some people that were hitting their misses, were beating their kids. Like I didn't need to be there.
Yeah,
I didn't need to be there. Like say what you want about the relationship, but as a dad, I'm like I was amazing.
Yeah.
I did not need to be there. So that went on for a few weeks, or it might have been a few months, and then it went down to supervised contact where it was just me and my daughter and just a next person in the building. They did this in a school, in a classroom, and it was just me playing with my daughter. These times I can't take pictures. I can't take her out of the room. I can't even take her to the toilet. I don't think.
Yeah.
And it's like only an hour.
It's
like a prison visit. That's what it was. It was like a prison visit. Yeah. So yeah, that's going on. So when it moved to the contact where it was just me, my daughter, and this guy, I was rocking up to this school, and she was already there, obviously. And I'd get like finished the session and that, and then I get a call from the police the next day saying, "Oh, you've breached your non-molestation order." I was like, "What are you about?" It's like, "Oh, you've parked too close to her." So she was ringing up saying that I'm driving past Intimidator, or I'm parking too close. 9 times out of 10, I'm going there with my missus as well.
Yeah, of course it would.
That broke me. You know what I mean? Like that. I don't think I can't remember the last. I didn't cry when I went in jail, but I broke down. And one time in the car, I broke down. I see my daughter, got in the car with my missus, and I just broke down. Man.
Was that down? Is that down to anger?
It was.
What was that down to? Just frustration?
Everything. I think everything just hit me at once.
Yeah.
And like, someone's telling you that you can't see your flesh and blood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you've put me in a situation anyway where you want me to be a dad. You know what I'm saying? Now you're taking it away from me. And I'm getting it taken away. Like, it's just hurting at this point, yeah. Like, proper hurting. And yeah, my head just went south. But I stopped through it. I was just, that was that day. And then the next day, I just pulled myself together anyway. And because I had to still go through the whole court process still, didn't it?
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, that got finished with, and then it got to a point where I could have her for 2 hours and stuff. Like, I could take her away with me. I can't remember how it started. I can't remember if I had to meet her at a location or something. I can't really remember, but it got to the point anyway where I was having her for the whole day.
Yeah.
And this is what's twisted, yeah. So I was meant to be picking up from her house, but I've got the orders in place saying I can't go to the house.
Yeah.
So she requested that my girl pick her up. So she wanted my girlfriend,
the person you hate, the so-called hate.
Yeah, she's gone in there trying to fight her. This is why it's basically started over, innit? She wants her to go to her house, pick my daughter up, and bring her to me. Yeah,
that's a bit of a mad. That's a bit of a mad one.
That's weird, isn't it? Yeah. So obviously, having to ask my girl to do that. She's in a position where she don't want to say no because this is the only connection I've got to my daughter.
But there's a but there, though.
But it's like, wait.
She's trying to attack your girlfriend, innit? So now you're calling for the it's a bit of a mad one.
She's not really knowing what to expect. So anyway, she did it anyway, and she said every time she went there, it was like Jekyll and Hyde. Like some days she'd be like, "Oh, here you go. Go and see such and such," and then some days she'd just open the door enough for my daughter to come out, and then my daughter would come out, and then that was it. So so that's still in place. So all in between this as well, don't forget I'm living in the same area. I'm working. I'm going to like town for shopping and all that. I'm getting calls from the police every other day saying you need to come into the police station. You've breached your non-molestation order. This order that's it's like what? So I'm at work. After work, come in straight away. I'm going in there now. Oh, you've drove past her. We live in the same area. Of course, I'm gonna have gone past her at some point. So it got to the point where it was a regular occurrence. Yeah, and at first the police, I'm the stereotypical person to the police. I'm in this area which is predominantly white. She's playing the getting hit card. I'm got a bad reputation from my past. I'm just like, they're looking at me like, yeah. It
works.
It works. It
works for them.
You're fitting. To be fair, it didn't take long before they just saw through it. Luckily, got to the point where she was going in with like a big folder, making reports, and then she weren't happy because they weren't doing anything. She's like, oh, have you arrested him? Why haven't you arrested him? She's wanting me to go to jail. Like, she's wanting me to go to jail,
Yeah, she was trying to set you up, bro.
Proper. So, like, fast forward, like, there's a few more bits in between, but like, it's long. So, fast forward back to court. Now, at this point, like, I've kind of just gone with the flow. Like, I haven't really done anything for court. I don't know what to do.
Did you get like a solicitor or anything?
I got some advice, like, and you get an hour free in it. But but it's like hundreds of pounds, like thousands of pounds. And I was speaking to people that were going through similar situations, and they were like, yeah, I've remortgaged my house to get a solicitor and I'm still no better off.
Yeah.
All solicitors can do really is help you fill out paperwork.
Yeah.
I thought getting a solicitor would mean that you go into court and it's a big fight. Wow, you did this and I'm having custody. No, the courts don't want to hear none of that. They don't want to hear none of that.
So what kind of things does the court want to hear?
They just want the best for the child.
Yeah.
They just want the best for the child. They want you to sort your life out. Sort out the situation. Put whatever's going on aside and bring this child up, innit? So
when you go into the court, you literally say basically is that the terms what you want. So I want to see my child maybe every other week or every week, at this particular time. Yeah. And basically anything what the father kind of grants and asks for, does he get it? No. Okay.
They determine that and she determines that. It's basically the courts and her, innit? From my experience at that time. Now I must have took some time out and just put together some amazing thing. Yeah. File, I'll call it a case, basically.
Yeah.
Went through my old texts, got my old phone, just went back through where she's saying that she's self-harming. She went missing. At the time. She left me with my daughter and went missing. I'm trying to get all that way, and she's, I can't take it anymore. Like madness. And she's sent me a message like, oh, you know, you are amazing, Dad. It's me that's the problem. So like just, and obviously the messages with the lad from the prison.
Of course.
When she was pregnant. So I just put this. And her mum.
Yeah.
Her mum was on, I wouldn't say side, but she knew what was going on. So she was like, she weren't approving of what her daughter was doing. So she put something in for me as well.
That's nice.
Because at this point, she's cut her mum out. So I've gone to court, slapped it down. Give it to her solicitor, give her a copy, give the courts a copy, and just sat down.
Your chest was high, innit?
High. I was like, listen, if they can't see through this, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Anyway, before we've even gone into the court, I can't remember. I don't know if it was her come up to me directly or her solicitor or something. But in the court, she's come and spoke to me. So she's come up to me. Oh, let's just sort something out.
Yeah.
Don't forget, like, she's been trying to get me sent to jail. I can't go to the house. This is the first time I've even spoke to her. Even when we're going into court, right? She's getting a barrier put up. You know, like some proper like witness thing. And she's getting them people that, you know, like domestic violent help people. Yeah. So they could have been on another case, a serious case, a proper case, but they're with her who's lying.
Yeah.
She's wasting up all the resources, getting free legal aid. Yeah. Playing the game.
She played it really good as well. Playing the game.
Very good. So yeah, she come up to me like, oh, let's just, you know.
After all of that.
Yeah. After all of that,
you should have done that earlier on.
Why can't we just do this at the beginning? Like, I understand you're hurting. I've moved on. The next woman's around your child. I get it. You're hurting, but come on, as a dad, you can't. Why are you interfering with my daughter and stuff? That bond. But it was the only thing she had left. That's the only thing she's got. She can't hurt me any other way. Well, she can try and get me sent to jail and that, but the biggest burn is my daughter, innit? And then when we go back into the court, we're all both like. Gone into the court. She's like, we put a plan in place. The courts are like, yes, that's amazing. Courts are loving it because they're like, they've probably rarely seen anything like that. And the courts are singing our praises. They're like, look, well done. Well done for doing that, man. This is what we're about. Yeah. I just want to see my daughter in it. Yeah. Like hassle free. So I'm like, So anyway, they put a court order in place that says I can have my daughter XYZ. Yeah. I'm happy with that. Everyone's happy with that.
So from that then, what then happened after? Has it ever been called ever since?
Nah. So
oh god.
So it started getting sticky again, and it got to a point where I can't remember, but I had to pick my daughter up from the police station. So she started saying something like.
So she's going back in circles.
Yeah, she's gone back to her like whatever. She's obviously not even saying it for saying it, but she's obviously got something wrong with her, innit? Yeah. Whether it's bipolar or whatever, there's something wrong with her, innit? Honestly, I'm not saying that to be horrible.
But it's just the behaviour.
Yeah, the behaviour ain't making no sense. Yeah. So it's got to a point where I'm having to pick my daughter up from the police station with her present. Yeah. So you know when, I don't know if you, just say, imagine you go to a police station, there's a reception. Yeah. I'm having to go into that reception, there's a police officer there, she's there, my daughter's there, take my daughter and go. Yeah. So that was weird. And then on another occasion, check the twist now. I've gone there and her friend's there. Her friend is a ex-prison officer who was caught
doing a thing with somebody else, an inmate.
So she was the one that was recorded, and it came up in a paper, like it's in the papers now and all that. Like she was the one. So hold on, your one and only friend.
That's the one you go to.
The one you're going to
for advice as well.
Yeah, it got to the point anyway where, I just moved away. My girl was like, my girl weren't feeling it down there because family, friends, and all that. I never really had a strong family connection down there. Like my mum and brother were there, but like. I don't mind traveling. I'm coming down. Like,
of course.
I'm about anyway. So I was like, yeah, let's just try it, man. So we moved up there, lived with her parents for a little bit while we saved up and got a house.
Yeah.
And I'd travel down to see my daughter. Like, so it's 120 miles. So on a Friday, I'd go and pick her up.
121 way.
One way, pick her up, and then 120
that's
back.
Hours, that's 240 miles.
Yeah, so like
well done to
a bit more than that actually. So I'm traveling like 500 miles a weekend because I'm dropping her back on a Sunday as well. And then in betweens, like if there's an event going on, like a school holiday,
school plays,
sports day. I'm going there. I'm there.
Do you ever win the races?
No, I didn't. My hay fever. That's what I'm blaming. Hay fever. Man.
Yeah.
So so I was I'd travel down to see my daughter for 5 minutes. For 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Watch her do a little play and then go.
Yeah.
Back home. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's good though. I'll tip my hat to you. Well done, man.
Take the day off work to do that. So obviously things are at this point, I can't remember how, but like I'm picking my daughter up from school, nursery. But when I'm dropping her back at her mum's.
Sorry to interrupt you. So what was the court talk? Because I don't kind of understand this part.
Yeah.
Is she self-harming herself and it's evidence?
Yeah. And that's what I put in the thing actually as well.
So what would the court then say? Like they wouldn't then look over to make sure that the child is
So they
saved?
they did their reports. They did their they got CAFCAS. They did their reports. And who she complained about because it was a black woman.
Yeah.
That did the report. But the woman in CAFCAS saw straight through her.
Yeah.
They were just like, oh, this is a controlling situation.
Yeah.
You were young, she took advantage of you.
Of course.
You know, that all, and I didn't even think of that, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't even think, like, I've moved away, she's down there, I'm having my daughter every other weekend. It was always a thing where I couldn't have her for Christmas.
Yeah.
And
birthdays?
No. And it was, you've moved away.
So that's another thing now.
Yeah, so you've moved away, she's saying that you can see her on Christmas Day for like half the day. I'm like, well, I live up here. Well, that don't make no sense.
Bro, I'll be real with you. I get it.
Yeah.
But half day is better than no day. And the only reason why I say that, because there's some man don't even get Christmas Day. They either get Boxing Day or a couple of days after. So do you know what? Yeah, I would agree with her on that. Yeah. It is going to be either, as my person myself, I'm a father, I do half the day. So I'm more of the evening dad. So the kids will do the morning with the mum and then they come to me in the evening. But anyway, go on, bro.
But yeah, I agree, to be fair. And it was my decision to move. But why did I move away? This is what I'm saying to him. Like, why did I move away? You forced me to move away. You're trying to get me sent to jail. I'm getting arrested. I couldn't hold down.
Well, you're safeguarding yourself.
Yeah, I had to. And my missus as well.
Yeah.
Because, she's working and stuff. She needs to protect herself. So yeah, the Christmas thing, she knew I wouldn't do that because I'm not driving two and a half hours to have a few hours. Where am I going to do that anyway? I'm not going to do it at your house.
Yeah. So
at first, it was a thing where I can't have her for Christmas or I can't have her for her birthday. But it just got to, I was like, you know what? It's just a day.
Yeah.
I'm not too.
You could do Boxing Day.
Any day. So I was having my daughter Boxing Day till New Year's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was better for me. I'm having
it worked out for you.
Worked out better. I'm not going out New Year's Day, but I was kind of done with that. Moving to what's happening now. Basically, there was a situation where my daughter came to my house. And bearing in mind, my missus has brought my daughter up with me. My missus has been with my daughter as much as I have.
Yeah. She was there from early stages.
She was there from early. So my daughter loves her, thinks the world of her, whatever. And she's the one that does her hair and stuff like that because I can't really do her hair too tough. So, and that's a new thing for her, learning, about all that. So there was little digs when I send her back, like, oh, she's got too much this in her hair and that. And I'm like, oh my God.
I was going to ask that still.
Yeah.
So that's more of a personal thing for a mum.
Yeah, it is. But you know what? My daughter always looked presentable and the hair was fine for me personally, and even like my family was saying, it's fine.
Yeah.
This was just something else to just dig at. About, I get a message the next day. Why is your missus saying that I can't come to your house if she has plaits? Yeah, something weird like that. Yeah, and I'm just like, I was doing something really important at the time, and it just caught me off guard. I was like, "Hey," and I just replied simple like, "Oh, don't you think you should ring me? Like, ask me.
Yeah,
that's true. Like, you know, sort of thing." She's like, "Wow, I can't, because whatever. Anyway, so anyway, one day dropped her back, had a really amazing weekend. Took her out somewhere, dropped her back off, and it was like half term, and she was like, "Am I stopping with you?" She's like, "No, your mum won't let me for some reason."
Yeah.
Okay, dropped her back, and this is on a Sunday. Then on a Tuesday, I meant to have FaceTime with her. So like 5 past 7 when I meant to have it at 7. Get an email, big long email, basically saying I'm stopping contact.
Oh,
I'm stopping contact. I've got concerns. Ladies coming back saying that you're bad mouthing me and all this, whatever.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah.
That was it. Then the next, I say like within 3 days, I had a court guy at my door, non-molestation order.
So it's a whole replay again.
But don't forget, I've got a court order.
Yeah.
Don't matter.
So
don't matter.
So anything she was doing now, that's out the window. They can't touch you.
It don't even matter. I've got a court order saying I should have contact with my daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it doesn't matter because she's bringing up new things. So she's got a non-molestation order out based on old stuff. Yeah. Lying again. These time I'm 120 miles away.
Yeah. She started a nonsense
again. Got this out. So yeah, the contact just ended there. That was it.
So you at this moment,
time I ain't seen my daughter for 6 months.
So at this stage right now,
yeah.
So if you've got the court contact in place order, can she not get in trouble then?
She should be, but because she's like, basically she works for a council.
All right.
That deal with this sort of
thing.
Yeah. So she works with the legal side of it.
So she knows
what she's doing. So she's saying things in her letters and that, and the reason that she stopped me from seeing her for her protection.
Yeah.
So she's saying like trigger things to make it be acceptable, basically. Yeah. So the thing with the court now is the courts were closed because of the
Yeah.
There was like telephone things, but it's only just reopening now.
Yeah.
So I'm like in the process of going through the courts again. So like, but yeah, she's breached it.
It's time is catching up with us now.
Yeah.
So we have to shut down. Is there anything you would like to say to anyone who's watching this pod right now? Listening to your story.
Just stay strong. Like you heard what I've gone through. There's people going through it. Like, don't give up. Like, just think of your kid, basically. Like, no matter what, you're the parent, and like, always they can't take that away. They can do whatever they want, but they can't take that fact away.
Wicked.
Stay strong.
And I just want to big you up once again, my brother, for coming to telling your story, for traveling down 6 hours.
That's all right.
Make sure you go and visit the Queen's house.
Oh, no. Thank you for doing this as well, by the way.
That's cool, bro, man. Listen,
really good, man.
We just put this out there to give fathers a voice now, because I think it's just been too long where we just been quiet and it's just shut up and get on with it, and we're not allowed to even speak about it. So this is what we're here for, to hear fathers like yourself who's going through for father's life, and this is your experience and this is your story. You understand? And this is what you've gone through.
Yeah.
You get me? Her story can be completely different to your story. But this is your story and this is your version. This is how you see it.
Yeah.
You understand? And I'm to say once again, even to what you've gone through from your young, that you also be in prison, you was able to change your life around, which was what was really good. You now have your own business. Yeah. You're with a good lady who supports you and you support her. You something to say to your homeowner, bro? Like these are big steps you've done here. You know,
thank you,
this is big steps, and don't let anyone tell you anything different.
No,
that's real talk. You get me? So listen, we need to shoot off now. I want to big up to Anton.
Yeah.
Anton, for coming down to the baby fathers. Anyone who's been watching today's episode, we want to hear your views. Drop them in the comments. Make sure you share, subscribe, and like. And to the next episode, we're gone. All right, we're the baby fathers, man. And we out.